Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Old Iron Garage. What will I be doing this evening? I will be working on the 1970 Bolens Husky 1253 again. I'm just going to be doing a bunch of little things in preparation of getting the engine in it and also just getting it up and going. So, things that I'll be doing. I have to get it on jack stands. Sorry for the shadow. I have to get it up on jack stands. I have to get the wheels off of it. I will be taking the wheels with me this weekend to my dad's shop where we will be putting tubes in all the tires. Behind me on the fender pan of the other tractor back there, one of the G14s, you'll see an Amazon box. I've got tubes for all 4 tires. I will be getting the hood off to make it easy to drop the engine in for when I'm ready to drop the engine in. And then just going around making sure all the levers and everything are all freed up, everything's moving, and I'm going to probably addressing the dented fender pan. And I might even take the cover off of the transaxle and take a peek at the gears to see what they look like. But I'm sure there's things I'm missing and things I'm probably going to do that I didn't know I needed to do. So let's we'll just figure it out as we go. Let's dive in. I'm going to get you guys situated here. Plug you in so that the phone doesn't die. Alrighty. Can you guys see okay? Good. Alright, so what do we want to do first? Let's get the hood off. I've been working on this thing a lot lately, and it is getting closer and closer to being ready to till the garden this spring. I'm very excited for the moment that I'll be able to fire it up and drive it around. There we are. Let's see if the impact will break them loose. Hard telling how long they've been on there since they've been off last. All right, there's one. 2. And probably better grab a hold of the hood at this point. 3. Ooh, that's nice. So we can't just unplug the wire. Somebody's replaced this wiring at some point and deleted the plug in the harness. So I'm going to put one of these bolts back in. I'm just going to end up redoing that wiring at some point. I'm just going to cut it to get it out of the way, or so I can get the hood out of the way. Man, can't seem to get a bolt to catch a thread. Okay, there we go. So, I'm just going to cut this wire. It's not like it's original or anything, or doesn't even look to be in good shape. Now, I'm going to remove the hood. I'm just going to set this off to the side over here. Carefully, just to not make it worse shape than it already is. Look, there must be some dirt in that bucket. I don't want to be kneeling in any dirt, so let's just brush it out of the way. All right. I should have grabbed a magnet tray, or a few of them. A couple at least. All right. Got some magnet trays. While I am here, I'm going to take a look at the belts that were in the tractor when I purchased it. I don't know if I'll be able to reuse these belts. Haven't really looked at them yet. These two belts are the PTO belts. They look to still be serviceable. Not the greatest, but they look like they might get me through a season of gardening. I mean, I've used worse. You know, when money's tight, you got to stretch things out and make them last. So, yeah, I think we might be able to get by with those for a season. I'm just going to have to put them on the tractor and see what it does, I guess. These two belts. Hold on a second. Alright. These two belts I will have to check on the tractor. I'll check them in more detail later on. I'm just going to look at what I can see from up top here. And they also look to be serviceable. They look like they might get me through a gardening season or two. So that's good. All right, what do we want to do next? Why don't we go ahead and jack it up and actually, you know what? No. Next thing I want to do, it was brought up to me in the comments of a previous video that I missed a grease point when I went around greasing the tractor. So while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and grease this grease point. It is right under the front, it is right under the center of the front axle. Okay, there we go. It is not wanting to take grease very easily. I'm having to really put my weight on this grease gun. This might be something I will have to possibly look into at a later date. Man, I'm afraid of breaking my grease gun. Okay, well, that does not seem to like that very well. And now it won't even let go of my grease gun. Yeah, that's something I'm going to look into further, but not right now. That's something I will look into at a later date, and if it's something that's going to be kind of an in-depth repair. Maybe I'll make a video out of it. We'll see. Okay, let's get her jacked up. Get the wheels and tires off. Make sure I'm centered. Can only go so far back because the PTO shaft is there. Where do I want to put jack stands? This should be a good spot. If I can get them there. Actually, you know what? I may have found a better spot. Yeah, because that link for the steering is going to be in my way for where I wanted to jack it up. So, it's still got some of the mower deck lift assembly on here, and that is very solid. So I'm going to put my jack stands under those. I'm going to go a little higher though. I want to make this thing easier to work on by having it set higher up. Come on. Oh, come on. Ooh, that didn't help. Let's see if I can slide these under there. There. A little further. Right there. And right there. Now, in order to put jacks where I want them in the back, the jack stand can't be under the back of the transaxle, because it will be in the way. Solid? Yep, pretty solid.
So, where do I want to put the jack? I think I found a spot that's suitable. We will see. Oh, the front jack stands are moving. I don't like that one bit. That is not going to be a suitable position for the jack. Oh. Come on, go further. There we go. Let's try again. I've been thinking about making something to go on a floor jack like this that is specific to lifting Bolens two-frame tractors. Something to make it easier. These are not the easiest things in the world to put a jack and jack stands under because they're so compact. Make sure my jack stands are not moving, and they are not. So when you're trying to lift it with the jack, you usually have to do it fairly close to the best places that there are to put a jack stand. And so the jack and the jack stands are kind of in each other's way. Let's see here. See, I got it up in the air now, but now the only really good place to put a jack stand is kind of on either side where the jack is, but there's not enough space to do it. Let me think for a moment. Yeah, see, work on. Well, I was just thinking about putting it would work on one side, but not on the other, because there's a shaft in the way on this side. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna take the wheels off of the tractor right now while it's on the jack. Then put the jack stands further out. Is this the right one? Yes. Perfect. Greasy hands. Okay. There's one. These things have been in there for a while. Uh-oh. Okay, I was going to say, I don't really have to beat on this thing while it's just on a floor jack. And there's the other. So I got the rear wheels off. All right. Uh-oh. These jack stands are a little too tall. They're the only other ones I got. So I have to raise this thing up more. Make sure it's not leaning like the front jack stands, that is. All right, it fits. And these jack stands are all the way in the down position. They're just, these ones stand a little taller. The front ones are really light duty, like jack stands for like really small cars. And these ones are a little heavier duty. I can't exactly put this on the side in the same spot. The hub doesn't stick out far enough. I didn't think about that. Let me do some thinking. You know, I don't exactly have everything always planned out ahead of time. I just kind of get started recording videos and figure it out as I go sometimes. We're going to have to put them in that spot on the frame that I wanted to put them on. It's just going to have to work. It'll work on this side. I'm just going to have to make it work on the other side. I might be able to do that. higher yet. Let me compare this to the one on the other side, see if I've got them set at the right height. Yeah, they are. All right, this is going to be a little nerve-wracking setting it down. Let's hope this doesn't turn into a blooper clip. I'm going to set the jack to go down very slowly on its own for safety reasons. See if I can slide this jack into place as it gets down close to it. Whoa. Whew. That was sketchy. That's not the best I'm going to be able to do. Shit. What's going on here? There's got to be a better way. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't trust that. Alright, I think I figured something out. Before the next video where I have to jack them up, I will figure out a better way to do this. What I need is a small floor jack and small jack stands. And I only have... No, that's not going to work either. Well, what the heck? How's a guy supposed to do this? Alright, this is going to take some figuring out. I'm going to have to rig something up. So I'm going to cut the video here, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I apologize. It's been a long time since I've put one of these fully on jack stands, and I just kind of forgot how it was that I used to do it. But I'm pretty sure last time I did it, I had a different set of jack stands. Like I had another smaller pair, and it was easier to do with the limited space. But anyways, got it done. I'm back. Let's keep going. All right. It didn't fall or anything, but yeah, that man, that was not cool. That was not fun by any means. All right, so next thing. Next, we have to take off these dust caps and see what is holding on the front wheels. Okay, so it's moving a little bit. See what happens if we pry on it. Yep, starting to come off. There we are. All right. So, guys, good news. I think Bolens for the tube frames used two different methods to hold these front wheels on. One of them was like a roll pin or a spring pin, and that was very royal pain in the butt to get out. Because, like, you had to get a punch in there, but you had to go in at a slight angle because the wheel and tire was in the way. It looks to me like, yes, this one uses the other method. There's a collar that goes around the shaft, and there's an Allen bolt that goes through it. So this is going to be a little easier than I was thinking it probably would be. I was thinking they probably used the, this one might be old enough that they used the other method, the spring pin.
But fortunately, that is not the case. So I'm just getting a couple tools and a grease rag. I'm going to wipe off the excess grease. And there's some on the tire that leaked out when I lubricated this tractor, all the grease points and everything in a previous video. Man. Time for a new grease rag. All right, so let's see here. I don't remember what size, so I'm just gonna have to guess and check. I don't want to put those back in here until I wipe the grease off of them. Aha! There we have it. We have a winner. It is 3/16 Allen. Believe, is there a washer there? Might not be. There we are, folks. One front tire off. Time for a new grease rag. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for spring. I'm tired of having to heat the garage with kerosene or be cold. Kerosene right now is around, I believe in my area, $6 to $6.25 a gallon, somewhere in there, depending on what gas station you go to. So, and I'm running 2 kerosene heaters in here, and tonight, take a look at the thermometer, it's only getting up to about 50, 51 degrees in here with 2 kerosene heaters. Using the same method I did the other side. Break it loose with a rubber mallet. Pry it off with a pry bar. And now, wipe off some excess grease and take the bolt out and remove the collar.
Come on. There we are. And the second front wheel is off. These tires all still look to be in good shape as far as not too badly disintegrating. They look like with a little bit of cleaning and a tire tube in each one, look like they'll make a nice set of tires. All right, so another thing I noticed earlier when I was putting the or trying to grease that grease zerk in the front was that there was a big wad of, I'm guessing, weeds or something that had gotten wrapped around the front end of the PTO shaft. So now I'm going to address that. I'm going to try and get that off. Yeah. Something wrapped around there. You can see it. We don't need that there. I only plan to use this tractor in the garden. Looks like it got like some twine wrapped around there. Some of it almost looks like twine. But I really don't know what it is. I just know it needs to come off. But, so I only ever intend to use this thing in the garden. I'm not saying it'll never have a front attachment on it. I'm just saying more than likely the rototiller will never come off of it. See, what I'm doing is I'm trying to fix up enough tube frame tractors that each attachment that I need has its own tractor. So I don't have to switch so I don't have to switch attachments anymore. Because I don't like doing that. Alright, let's take a look at this. Let's see what came off of here. I don't know exactly what this is. Maybe. Okay, actually it does kind of look like, I don't know if you can see it real well, but pretty sure just a bunch of weeds got wrapped around there. Not really important. So that's taken care of. What do I want to address next? So, one thing I had noticed on this tractor is that the seat is pretty rough, but the seat frame, or the seat pan, I mean, seems to be pretty solid. When I brought this tractor home, the padding and everything for the backrest was gone, but the padding and what remained of the vinyl cover for the cushion that you sit on was still there. But it was too gone to save. So, and they were holding water, and I didn't like that, so I ripped them off. I ripped them off, got rid of them.
So what I'll be doing is cleaning up just the seat pan and keeping that. These other pieces are gonna go. I intend to take the fender pan off of here, so I may as well just go ahead and do that. Let's move all these magnet trays of hardware and stuff. Alright, so what am I going to need to take this off? This fender pan. 1, 2, 3, is that a crack? No, 3, 4 slotted bolts. And there's going to be 4 bolts, hex bolts underneath. Oh boy. This looks like a job for the PB blaster. Using it sparingly because I have very little left. I don't know if anybody's priced a gallon of PB blaster to refill these squirt bottles lately, but it ain't cheap. Okay, actually the seat does have to come off to get the fender pan off. So, I'm going to work on that. But I'm going to spray the hardware, all the hardware for the fender pan while I'm at it. Give it time to kind of penetrate. I'm guessing probably 9/16. Might be 1/2 inch, I don't know. It's kind of dark under there. It is 9/16. Let's see how well this goes. It'd be nice if I could just get the impact in there, but that's not going to happen. Come on. Come on. Let me just get a longer ratchet. Alrighty. There it is. It's loose.
Switch back to the other one. And get it off. Let's see if this thing will lift off of here and what the fender pan looks like underneath it. Alrighty. Well, the seat is off. The fender pan underneath, it's, crusty, but seems to be pretty solid still. Just needs a good cleaning up. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get the fender pan off. I'm guessing 7/16. No, 1/2 inch. See if I can get them all to spin at least. Nope. Of course, there's a nut on the other side, but I was wanting to see if I can at least get them all to spin. Then I'll put a wrench on them. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to tackle the 4 slotted head bolts. Ooh, don't want to move that too much. I'll move it and leave it. The lift arm, the lift lever, attachment lift lever, was stuck when I got this thing home. I think pretty much everything was. I've gotten quite a bit of stuff freed up. I don't know if I have everything freed up. I don't quite remember, but that's one thing we're going to check out. Come on now. There we go. Yeah. That's that PB Blaster doing its job. That's good stuff. I've always had more luck with that than I have had with WD-40 or liquid wrench. But I believe all of them are good. All 3 of those are good. I just prefer the PB Blaster. Alrighty, those are all out. And now I'm going to get a wrench, 1/2 inch. I'm going to break them loose with the ratchet and take them off with the impact. Well, those two seem to be pretty loose already, just from getting the bolts to spin in the holes. So I'm just going to go for it. shock washer. And there is actually one other thing. But it doesn't look like I can just unplug it. The wiring's definitely been tampered with in this thing. But yeah, that is the taillight, the original taillight, which is still on the tractor and mostly intact. I'm just going to have to snip the wire. There's no way to unplug it. Alrighty, guys. Now let's take a look at this fender pan. So, we know that it's pretty rusty. As you can see here, somebody's done a little cutting here. I mean, there's a factory cutout that's here, but somebody has made it a lot bigger. I don't know if you guys can see that real well. Still has the factory decal and taillight on the back, but it is badly bent. So at a later time, I'm going to try to straighten this out the best I can. But if I ever, get the opportunity to buy a hood and a fender pan that's from a 1253, so they are the right paint, and they have the right decals. If I ever have the chance to buy some that are in better condition, I will. And then I will put them onto this tractor. So, let's see what we have in here. These go with the seat. These go with the seat. There's my freewheel pin. And we have a chunk of a cinder block, I'm guessing. Looks like a part of a cinder block. That can go in the trash. Clearly at some point there was a mouse nest in here. There's what remains of one right now. I am going to just take this thing off with that mess in it, so I don't have to dig out the shop vac. And then I will clean it out later off camera. But I'm going to take this little tool tray off, as well as yes, I'll take off this plate here and take a peek into the gearbox. Yuck. Nasty. That is nasty, nasty. I'm probably going to take the garden hose and a sprayer to that and get that cleaned out. Ugh, gross. Trying to remember what all it takes to take this plate off. Maybe those ones don't come out. I don't remember. Actually, I think those ones don't come out. All right. Is there something else holding it? Yes. Yes, there is. So there's these two bolts, one on either side. You can't see it, but it's back here. It's about back here. It's connecting the dash tower to the tubes for the frame. But it also holds this plate. What do those take to get off? It's a large Phillips head bolt. So we'll get a Phillips screwdriver. Can I get in through there? Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this some more. All right, let's see if we can get this off. Move this wire out of the way. Okay, one more thing. It's got to come loose. And I'm going to have to go underneath to do it. Let's see, what will it take? Well, a flashlight for one. I'm going to use my headlamp so I don't have to hold a flashlight. It'll make it a little easier. I believe it's just a cotter pin, and I should be able to take it out with just my snips.
Yeah, it's just a cotter pin. Let's see if I can remove it with the snips. Boy, is this concrete cold. Now I'm regretting my decision to just hurry and get down here and do it and not put that moving blanket down. Ugh. Chilly. Oh boy, I'm struggling to get that. There's some stuff in the way underneath to get at it with the snips. Come on. Get in there. There we are. Chances are this thing is going to break as I try to bend the tabs back. So I'll end up just breaking it and taking it out that way and getting a new one. Usually when these cotter pins get this old and rusty, they get pretty brittle. Slide back a little so I can see it a little better. And it's starting to come out. Come on. Come on. Come on, a little more. Aha, I got it. It didn't even break. That's odd. They almost always do. Now that that is free, I should be able to just get up there and take this plate off. I'm hoping that the gasket between the gearbox, between the transaxle and this plate is still good. I'm hoping that we did not damage it, crack it, break it, whatever. If we did, I have a good used one lying around somewhere. That's one option. Another option is make a new one. I have some rolls of gasket material. The other option is goop it together with some Permatex gasket maker. Come on. That's one thing that's a bit sticky yet. Oh boy. And so we can't go real far with that. The wire's on there. Unless you just like fish it through there. Gonna have to snip it. You can also could just land it off to the side, I guess. So let's take a look at this gasket. The gasket appears to be intact. That's good. The gears in here are all still there. There's none that are completely ground off, but there's definitely two that have been ground down some. But they still have a lot of life left in them. So, the shift forks all look good. The big brass gear in the back looks good. Spider gears, from what I can see, look good. Hey, that's odd. That's ironic. There is a spider on the spider gears, a live spider. What do you know? The worm gear looks good. Seems like everything looks good. All the shafts and gears and everything. Everything looks good.
I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, except for those 2 gears that are worn down some. So I don't know if you heard the cat outside, but I'm gonna let her in. That's my outdoor cat. Zena, come on in, sweetie. Ooh. Oops. Well, unplug that. Come on in, Zena. Or not. Guess I just broke that for nothing. So I had this temporary light fixture rigged up for this video, and I kind of broke it. Oops. Well, it's unplugged, so I don't think I'll get shocked, but let's find out. I'm gonna have to fix this real quick. I had this angle thing in there to point the bulb at the tractor. Let's see if we can get away without it and still have good lighting. I'm an idiot. I totally forgot I did that. No, not really. This will only take a minute to fix. You see, this is that kind of came out of there. So, yeah, that's nice. I have more. I have another one. It's actually a splitter, and then the 2 bulbs are on an angle. I'll just have to order another one of these because I needed them for my garage lighting upgrade. And I had just enough of them. I'm sorry, this was not supposed to be part of the video. It was not supposed to be part of the video at all. Alright, that is better. Wouldn't you agree? Alright, so while I'm here, there's a lot of dirt and debris buildup on the tubes that I couldn't get to while I was power washing the tractor in a previous video. But I'm going to address that off camera. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to address? Yes, over here. I'll bring you over and show you what I'm doing. Oop. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake you around like that. So, this big nut here, it's one that you would tighten and loosen by hand. You don't want to put a wrench on these. This is what locks out your rear axle. It basically makes it like a limited slip, but if you turn it tight enough, it'll essentially lock it out. So anyways, that I'm sure is seized. Yep. It's seized and it's in the locked position. I want to loosen that up and get it moving. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Zena, I'm not opening the door for you again. Last time I did, I broke something and you didn't even come in. Alright. She can just stay out there and cry until I'm done with the video, I guess. Just so you guys know, I'm not that cruel. There is a little back door that she can come in, a little cat door. So she's just choosing not to for some reason. Alright, a little bit of PB blaster. And then to break these loose, you don't want to hammer on them. It is cast. Going to be using a large adjustable wrench. And like I said, you don't want to use an adjustable wrench on these. I mean, if it's stuck like this, you can do it to get it loose and moving. But what I meant by that is you don't want to use that to tighten the, you don't want to use it to tighten them with. They're just supposed to be hand tightened. So as tight as you can get it by hand is what you're supposed to do. There we have it. I'm going to put a little more PB Blaster on, loosen it up again, and call it good. Alrighty, that is sorted. Need a grease rag. Another one. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Let's see what all on here needs to be freed up. Hey, somebody dropped a bolt way down in here. Looks like a stainless steel one. No, it's not stainless. I wonder what that came from. I'll set it off to the side in case I find where it goes, but it does not look to be original to the tractor. That is for sure. All right, so this PTO lever is pretty stiff. So we're going to address that next. Nothing a little bit of PB Blaster won't take care of. I've freed up many of these in the past. There's debris all over this tractor. This thing sat out in the field and had weeds growing up all around it for who knows how many years. Okay, one end of it's freed up. And there we go. It's a lot better than it was. Wow. Okay, so another thing I just noticed, which I won't be addressing tonight, but this, wow. Ha! The lever for the PTO. Somebody's got, half of it still has the original cotter pin holding it, but that snapped off at some time, and so somebody just took a small nail and stuck through the other half. You can literally pull it out with your hand. Oy, that's nice. So that is something I will be addressing later, probably off camera. Here's something I can address now. Somebody stuck a wire, just a piece of insulated copper wire through here to act as a not a battery tie down or hold down, but like to keep the battery from sliding forward, which I have some proper battery hold downs, tie downs, whatever it is you want to call them. So I'm going to remove this wire. It's not OEM, so I'm going to do away with it. And it's very, I don't know, just not something I want on my tractor, I guess. Very unprofessional looking. Yeah, so I'm going to do away with it. It's just not something I really want on my tractor. There we have it. All right, stash tower's loose. I probably could just move it out of the way and take a look underneath here. See if there's any more debris that could be cleaned out. Yeah, there is. I will address that off video though. I mean, I don't think you guys want to sit here and watch me just scrape debris off of this thing. But that is something I will address before I put the engine in the tractor. But anyways, let's see, moving on. Still some more things needing some lubrication. That works a little better. Steering's nice and free. Let's check this again. Oh yeah, that PTO lever moves pretty nicely now. Let's see how these rods here in the transmission slide and move. I'm gonna give them a little bit of something. All right, those move. What else? Yeah, I already freed that up. It moves pretty good. See, somebody used another nail in place of a cotter pin. That'll come out. But you know what, guys? This video has gone on long enough. And, oops, sorry. I think I've covered everything that I really wanted to cover in this video. And it took me longer to do than I'd hoped. So I'm going to cut it off there and see what this cat wants. I'm going to let her in and see what she wants. Alrighty, thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see in this channel, please check out my other videos. If you like what you see in this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much.